You know, we're always searching for these really complex solutions to our modern problems, right? But what if the best advice has been standing right in front of us, literally for centuries? Today, we're going to explore an ancient philosophy that finds this incredible wisdom in a super simple but powerful teacher. It's a pretty cool question, isn't it? We're about to get into how the simple, natural life of a tree actually holds a powerful blueprint for our own health and happiness. It's really a story about harmony, balance, and just listening to the rhythms of life. So this whole idea has a name. It's called Yang Sheng, and it literally just means nurturing life. It's an ancient Taoist way of living that's all about being in sync with the natural world to feel good, both physically and mentally. And let's be honest, as we all look for more holistic ways to live, this kind of wisdom, learning from nature, it feels more relevant now than ever.
All right, so where do we even begin? Well, just like any strong tree, it all starts with the roots. Just picture a tree's roots for a second. They don't overdo it, they're not greedy. They just quietly draw the exact amount of water and nutrients they need to thrive. Yang Sheng suggests we should see our food in the exact same way, as a source of simple, natural energy, not something we need to overindulge in.
So, nurturing your life doesn't mean you need complicated diets or a cabinet full of expensive supplements. It's actually about coming back to simplicity. A tree thrives on plain old water and soil, right? And in the same way, our bodies thrive on balanced, seasonal, and natural foods. It's all about nourishment, not about excess. Okay, so from the roots, let's move on up to the branches. This is where the tree really interacts with the world around it. And this next lesson is all about energy and movement. Have you ever just watched a tree in the wind? It doesn't fight it, it sways with it. It's flexible, its leaves kind of breathe with the air. So for us, the goal should be the same, to cultivate a nice smooth flow of our internal energy, what's called qi, through deep breathing and gentle movement. It's way less about force and a whole lot more about harmony. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, you can start with just deep, slow breaths to clear out any of that stagnant, stale energy. Then maybe bring in some gentle, fluid movements. Think Tai Chi to relax your body. The whole point is to be flexible. You know, to bend so you don't break and to conserve your energy instead of just burning yourself out.
We've covered our foundation and our flow, but there's a third, absolutely crucial piece to this puzzle: timing. I mean, a tree doesn't try to bloom in the middle of winter, right? It lives by nature's clock, and guess what? We can too. Just think about your own energy through the year. Don't you feel that natural pull to be more active and social in spring and summer, and then to kind of slow down and get cozy in the fall and winter? That's not just you, that's your body's own innate wisdom. Yang Sheng teaches us to honor these cycles. Go ahead and flourish when your energy is high, but also give yourself permission to rest and conserve it, just like a tree does.
Now this idea has a pretty grand sounding name, heaven-human resonance. But honestly, the practice is so simple. Just listen to your body. Rest when you feel tired, eat when you feel hungry. Try to line up your active hours with the sun and your rest with the moon. It's really about letting go of that constant grind and just flowing with life's natural rhythm.
Okay, so we have strong roots, we have flexible branches, and we're synced up with the seasons. So let's bring it all together now and talk about how we can become the gentle caretakers of our own inner tree.
And this right here, this is the heart of it. It doesn't matter what kind of storms are swirling around you, the winds of stress or work or just general chaos. Your inner self, your core, can stay calm and stable. This heart-mind is that strong trunk that holds everything else up. This shows such a huge difference in approach. I think we can all relate to the modern habit. We push and push until we're totally exhausted, and then we grab an energy drink or some other quick fix just to keep going. The wisdom of Yang Sheng is to focus on conservation instead. It's a total shift in mindset, suggesting it's way more powerful to just not waste your energy in the first place. So if this is all sounding pretty good to you, the best part is that these practices are incredibly accessible. Gentle movements like Tai Chi and Qigong are perfect examples. Or mindful eating, simple meditation. Even just consciously trying to align your day with the sun and moon. These are all real, tangible ways you can start nurturing your inner tree, like today.
Let's be really clear about this. Yang Sheng is not about adding another complicated routine to your already packed to-do list. It's actually the complete opposite. It's about letting go, stripping things away, and getting back to a simpler, more intuitive way of being. It's about trusting your body's wisdom the same way we trust that a tree just knows how to grow.
And that's what I really want to leave you with. Let's make this personal for a second. Just take a quiet moment and ask yourself this question. If you were to look at yourself with the gentle, patient eye of a gardener looking at a tree, what's the one thing your body's asking for right now? Is it more rest, simpler food, maybe just a quiet moment to breathe? Whatever that answer is, that's your first step.